Hi, this is Judy Osborne interviewing Kits at Kits Trackside Crafts, and we are here at 303 Main Street.
330.
330, excuse me, Main Street, and his telephone number is 704-956-3008, and this is known as the Cheers of Pineville.
Something like that for sure.
Kit, will you describe your business for us?
We are a craft beer bar and tap room and bottle shop. We are focused on craft beer education. We can take you from grain to glass. We do it in an environment that's friendly to conversation. But our focus, first and foremost, is beer education and having a variety of things on tap for people to enjoy.
You do have a lot of beer here.
It's what we do, like you said.
Yeah. So, what made you decide to open this business?
I was the bar manager and the beer manager over at Harris Teeter Valentine, and basically it was the first bar that Harris Teeter had. It experienced great success. We did things that I don't think anybody saw coming, and Harris Teeter has now decided to take that corporate wide, and they're opening stores with bars left and right based on the model that myself and my partner on the wine side, the bar program we developed. So my father decided, well, he wants another business to invest into, and you know what? Why not invest into my son doing this for me instead of him making money for Harris Teeter? So we started up a plan in 2016, and we rented this place I think February 2016, and then we signed that lease, and then from there I left Harris Teeter in August, and we opened in November.
Mm-hmm. Never looked back.
Never looked back.
That's great. And what drives you to do what you do, or motivates you?
It's a passion of mine behind my family. I mean, beer is a great passion of mine, and it's easy for a lot of people to say, but being a certified cicerone and which is we are the sommeliers of beer, basically. Being able to go back and study history and see how beer really has brought human society together, It only makes sense, and I have a knack for understanding what people like to drink, and it's a great social lubricant. People come together with great conversations. I personally, I'm not a great dancer, but I'm a pretty decent talker. So when I go out and hang out with my wife or hang out with my friends, we're going to hang out and have a good conversation. And that's what we like to promote that here. But the drive to learn, the drive to understand history, the drive to bring that as an experience every day as a diversion for people's everyday lives. That's very much a driver for me.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like you have a really relaxed atmosphere, so conversation would just move smoothly.
It does. Yeah, it happens a lot. We have some really good people that work for us. We've been really lucky in finding the right people in the workforce. It's definitely been a benefit to to doing what we do and getting repeat customers.
Right. What surprised you most when you opened your own business?
Ooh, that's really hard to say. A lot of surprises come on a day-to-day basis. I tell people all the time, if I could predict one thing in this business, I'd be rich by now. But definitely the most surprising thing is, I don't know. I've looked at that question for a while now, and it's just all surprising. The loyalty is surprising. The amount of small gestures that we can make that make people's day, that's also very surprising. I knew that from before I started my own business, but it's reinforced on a daily basis here, and it's since day one, and so it's been a lot of fun for that reason.
Okay, what's something most people don't know about your business, Kit?
We do wine.
Okay.
And we also do cider and mead, so it's not just craft beer. I have no certifications in wine or anything like that, but I do have a lot of palate training that I've undergone, and I get to talk to my brother who's a sommelier. So I get to chat with him about wine, and I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of the vintners and sales reps for wineries come through and teach me more. So yeah, not only do we do a lot of craft beer, but we have some excellent fine wines as well.
That's good. What do your customers say they love most about your establishment?
Based on all the feedback we've been getting, is the not only the variety of the beers that we have, but the fact that we're so knowledgeable about these things. I mean, all of my people are we have some new folks that haven't been certified yet, but they have to be a level 1 certified beer server in the very least to work here. So you have to have a base knowledge of beer. We're not going to. Nobody's going to come to you and offer you a beverage here, and when you ask them about a certain item on tap, then not one of my people is going to say, well, it's very popular, I don't know what it tastes like, but it's very popular. No, all my people know exactly what everything on tap tastes like, and they can describe it in every way, and if they can't, then they just have more to learn. It's something that we can help you do. So the customers really appreciate coming in and being in an environment where we listen and we try to, again, give them an experience unlike any other place.
Well, what's your goals over the next year?
Oh, growth, of course. I mean, we've experienced some amazing growth here over the past year. I can't believe how much it's turning in the right direction. I mean, of course, we predicted this, with our our business plan and our 3-year plan. We predicted this, but I mean, who would have thunk it? So I mean, as far as the next year, we're going to make some aesthetic changes, get more cold beer storage in here, get more outdoor seating one way or another, whether that's hopefully a rooftop, maybe a patio. I don't know. We're working on it. Not gonna make any promises yet, but there's a lot of changes coming that are going to be better for the customer.
Okay, that sounds good. What factors made you choose the Pineville area?
First and foremost was the historic building. This building being built in 1910, having a lot of history behind it. It's the original Pineville Pharmacy, but mostly known as Blankenship Feed and Seed for a good 40 years maybe. This place had a lot of history in it. There's no buildings like this in Charlotte. I grew up in South Charlotte. It's all brand new. It was all horse farms when I was growing up.
Right.
And I go through this area. I mean, I was on the way over here, on the way to my house this morning, getting a couch from a friend, and I was looking at just some of the changes that I haven't seen in like 10 years from when I was a little boy. And it's pretty amazing how many new things are in Charlotte. And it seems that the growing trend is to knock things down and build anew. This town right here, it's far enough away from Charlotte that we could build a niche. There were some other businesses trying to come up here that we could team up with. There's a lot of reasons why Pineville is advantageous for us, and going to be advantageous in the future, especially with the growth that, all these new homes that are going to be built right here, and here we have us and a couple other businesses around. They're going to benefit from this, and so it's it's a comfy, cozy building, and we love it.
Why do you think it's important for people to shop local?
Because you get to know the people you're supporting. You can come in here and you can see me on an everyday basis. And I have even more interesting news for those who come in when I'm not here. I'm going to be spending time with my family, and that's a lot of time. That's what you want to hear from somebody. You don't want to hear, you can go to any other place and buy beer in the city that's that has multiple locations as a chain or whatever, and I guarantee you don't know the owner. I guarantee you don't know the CEO, and if you do, you probably are their next door neighbor. Right. If you knew the guys from Harris Teeter, I knew all the guys from Harris Teeter Corporate, but you know what? They weren't my neighbors. They weren't in there every day. I was the face of the business. I'm the face of this business. And so you can come in here and you can get to meet me, and that goes for every local shop that you can go to. You go next door, you're gonna meet Angel. She's the owner at Madison's on Main. You're gonna meet her. You're gonna know her. She's gonna help you. You're gonna become friends. You're gonna grow a relationship, and that's what life is really all about.
Well, you've hit on a lot of my other questions. What's your favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant? Wow. Right now it's probably going to be Queen City Craft and Gourmet over in the Promenade off Providence Road. My wife, it just opened, and my wife and I are already huge fans of it. We've only gotten to have one date night because we're both very busy, but to go over there. But my friend Charles Reed is running a quality establishment with great beer, great scratch-made food, and I'm just enthralled with what he's doing over there. And so you can definitely if I'm not here at work, you could probably find me over there. It's close to where my parents live. I can drop my kids off.
Okay. Well, what's the best way for customers to contact you?
You can obviously call the phone number that you've already given, 704-956-3008. You can shoot me an email, tracksidecrafts@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram @TracksideCrafts. You can get on our Facebook page and see all our events and all the beers we have coming in on a daily basis. You can message us through Facebook. There's tons of ways to get a hold of us, but probably the best way to talk to me is come in here and have a beer with me, and let's sit down and get to know each other.
Right, that's true. Okay, Kit, well, I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the address is 330 Main Street, and it's right beside the railroad tracks.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Kit.
Thank you.